Alright, so what is going on, my family? It is your boy iBeMaine. I'm got you guys here with another video on the channel. As you guys can tell by the title, or maybe, I don't know the title of this video, but as you can tell by the gameplay right now, if you guys remember this game, we are checking this game called Magic Era. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I completely forgot about this game, even though I've made like 2 or 3 videos on this game in the past. But it's been quite a while since I've checked in on this game, and I didn't remember it until today. And with Tara, like, oh yeah, this game just got updated. I was like, oh snaps. Completely forgot about this game, and so I was excited to see what was new with the game, what had changed, what they had added, and everything like that, because it's been quite a while since I've checked on anything related to the game. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't graced with the best experience of the game. And unfortunately, I think they did add stuff, you know what I'm saying? They did add more content and add more progression, but I feel like the gameplay went a completely different direction. If they were going the right way, I feel like they started going the wrong way. This is my personal opinion. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? The devs should do what they feel is best for the game, but this is just me giving my feedback on the current state of the game and how I felt about it. And everything I say in this video is not to like bash the game. This is more so that I want to see the game succeed. I enjoy Fairy Tail, contrary to like most people's preference. Most people don't like Fairy Tail. I like Fairy Tail. So I would love to see a good Fairy Tail game on Roblox. So yeah, like I said, everything I'm gonna say in this game is just my complaints with the game in hopes that they, you know, will listen, you know, receive the constructive criticism, and, you know, proceed with that in whatever way they see to proceed in it. So without further ado, we're going ahead and get into this. I don't want you guys to think that the game is just like it's not a shit fest. It's not an awful game, but I do think they made some decisions that aren't really player friendly in my personal opinion. So let me get out my first. This is just my this complaint is not. This doesn't affect the gameplay at all. This affects my gameplay. I do think the rates are really bad. Ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I think this is a Roblox anime issue. What's a Roblox issue? I feel like overall devs, and I'm a dev myself too. I feel like I'm more dev than YouTuber right now. Like, I want to be full-time dev. I feel like as a dev, we just like are slowly pushing away with limits on what are acceptable rates. Like 0.1% are just common nowadays. Like that's nothing new. Like that's just the common thing to do. And I am not understanding why rates are getting so bad in games. In this game, in this race, for example, right? They got like a 1%, they got a 0.5%, and they got a 0.1%. There are more 0.1% than there are 0.5 and 1% combined. Why are we so focused on the stuff that most people are not going to get? There's 4.5%, and there's like 1% and 1.5%. That's just crazy to me. Like, I spent 600 spins and I couldn't even get a 1%. Like, I got 600 spins and could get a 1%, and you do not earn spins for free in this game. And I got 600 spins worth. Like, that's just crazy race to me. And I have 2 times Magic Pass. Like, that's just like, bruh, like, that's me dropping like I think I spent 10,000 Robux, and you can't even get free spins. That's crazy to me. So that's my first complaint. I think the one valid complaint is that you're not getting free spins. Like, why are you not getting spins when you level it up? That should be a thing. That should be a thing in every game. There should be free ways to get the stuff, not just locked behind paying Robux. That's not it. But as far as rates, I mean, it is what it is. Now let's get into the actual meat and potatoes of the game, and that is the progression loop. So if you guys remember when the game first came out, it was more like a elemental battlegrounds. It was more like this is like a magic battlegrounds, the old Fairy Tail games where you hop into the game, you spend for your magic, and then you just hop in and basically you just start straight up boxing. This one had a little bit more to it because they had like, you know, races and spins, and, I mean, different things, but they had like actual combat. Now I think the combat's still fine. Like, it's not the best combat in the world, but I think personally the combat is solid. It's solid enough to have some fun on it. But I do think the progression has just gone the utter and complete wrong way. So your 0 to level 10 progression is doing straight fetch quests. And by fetch quests, I mean the fetchiest of fetch quests for a good 10 levels. And in an hour's time, I only got to level 5. And I do got I was running with 2 times the XP. So you have delivered notes to the doctor. You have pick up squirrels. You have find cats. You have deliver logs. That's all you're doing is those type of quests. Like, it was such an unfun experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing like the first 10-20 minutes. That's cool. And you cannot do bandit quests until you get to E rank. And I didn't manage to hit E rank in the video. Like, I didn't manage to hit it. Like, so I'm just, you literally sit there and forced to do these fetch quests for that long. That is it's boring. That is completely boring. It's boring. And that's no spinning. That's not opinionated. That's boring, bro. Like, I think that's unacceptable to just have straight up fetch quests. And I can't even do the bandit quest. Like, you have to grind for an hour or two just to be able to get to the bandit quest. People complain about bandit quests, so you have to grind to get to the grind. That's not fun, bro. Like, especially coming from like how the game was, where it was just like straight boxing, you just straight into PvP, you just throwing hands. I thought it was gonna expand upon that, but no, it got worse. Now I have to just walk. I have to walk for hours, and then there was like a bunch of trinkets around the map. You can't even sell your trinkets until you get to E rank. So you can just collect the trinkets for what until you get to E rank. Like, so I wasn't a fan of that either. So that was like the major thing, right? That was what was throwing the progression off. That it was so boring. Like, if it was like 20 minutes and then I'm E rank, cool. But like, I'm an hour in, I'm only level 5. Imagine you can't level. I wasn't level my magic either. Like, it's like, say it's like 1,000 ranks to get a magic, to level your magic. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it's a lot. If you use one skill and you hit somebody when you only got 2 XP. So you can't even level up your magic anymore just from boxing. Like, so you're just forced to just sit and do these fetch quests to hope to level up. They just made the grind atrocious. They made it so unfun and so unappeasing. And it's like rogue lineage style grinding with trinkets and that. And they mix it with some deep woken. So now you have like, it's like, you know how deep woken you get like the books to read, and these books will give you levels. So when you level up, right, you get 5 stat points. And to get those, to use those stat points, you have to use money to go buy books. Well, instead of just buying the book, and then with the book, you then can like just like, say if I buy like some agility, I get agility points. But no, you have to play a mini game, a typing mini game. And if you fail to type a mini game, you don't even get any points. So I have to sit there and play a mini game. Like, they made that so boring. So imagine you want to switch your build, you had to reset your stat points and then buy all the stat points over. That is unfun. That was one of the boring things about that Bleach game. That Bleach game, a Soul Sword. Stop doing that. It's not fun, bro. It's not. If you're gonna do deep woken, don't make the deep woken method worse. You made deep woken method worse because now you gotta play a mini game. But deep woken, it was just clicking. Now I have to play a mini game that I can fail like that. There's no way as a dev you're playing that. You're not doing that. You're not sent through this grind. I don't understand why as a dev you put players through things that you wouldn't do. That's one thing I've always was like, okay, I'm not putting players through things that I wouldn't do myself. If it's gonna be a grind, it's something I have to see as I would think is worth grinding, and I don't think devs do that anymore. They just put stuff and just make it time gated. People want to leave the game, you know what I'm saying? People are not going to stay in to do this. Well, some people, yeah, of course, but the vast majority of people are going to give this up immediately, and I think that's going to like just diminish the game because it's not a bad game. You know what I'm saying? And then like after that, I don't know where the content is at. Like. So after we get to that, right, I don't know if there's anything else, right? They had like a couple of daily quests. Oh, quests had cooldowns as well. They had like time cooldowns as well. So you have to like rotate through your fetch quests or whatever. Oh my god. But after that, I didn't even see no bandits roaming around. Like I seen like a few bandits. So I don't even know if there's like bandit quests. I don't know if there's bosses. I felt like they spent all their time designing fetch quests. I don't know why they spent so much time on a concept that nobody really enjoys. Nobody enjoys doing fetch quests. Why did we invest so much time doing that part? We should have kept it to boxing. Kept the PvP, kept the fun. Because this isn't fun, bro. This part is not fun. It's not enjoyable. And I can't see myself playing it ever. Like, as much as I want to get in, I can't get the magic that I want. So that's one thing. And now I have to sit there and just walk around for hours. I'm playing life simulator. Like, I'm freaking picking up flowers, I'm finding cats. I'm delivering logs, delivering newspapers for like 2 hours. That's unfun. And then after that, I gotta go then and grind bandits. For how many hours? Where is the fun? Can we make it so that we can just start boxing again for fun? You know what I'm saying? Like, make the PvP a part of, where's the PvP progression? This should be incentive, you know what I'm saying? This should be like, okay, I'm getting my ass beat, because you lose XP when you die. So I'm getting my ass beat. Let me go do some fetch quests to start getting a few levels. You know what I'm saying? This is the people who just want to box right now. You know, mix it in. Like, sometimes you don't really feel like fighting. You just want to do some little grindy, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But this shouldn't be the only way out as a level. And if somebody told me there's an assassination quest, maybe. But I couldn't find that, and they definitely didn't want us to see it because it's not in your face. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do better. We gotta do better. There's no like random events popping off in the world. I didn't have any fun outside of fighting. When I was PvPing, that was pretty cool. I want to do more of that, but it's not incentivized. Like, that's not where it's at. And I think it's worse. Like, because when you die, you lose the XP. So those are my gripes on the game. Please update the way you go about progressing. Please go back magic to where I can just like auto click my magic. You know what I'm saying? They don't want people macroing. That's another thing. They don't want people macroing. What do you want people doing? That's why people play Fruit Battleground, because you can macro overnight. That's why the game got players. Nobody wants to sit here and just click all day. I promise you. If I wanted to click, I would go play a freaking clicking simulator. I don't want to do that. I don't. It's not fun. I want to box. I want to use skills. I want to get new magics. I want to get new weapons. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Keep the fun. You know what I'm saying? You had a really good concept going, and I feel like they just went away from it. I don't know why. It was fun. Go back to it. You know what I'm saying? Go back to it, please. But yeah, those are my gripes. I really feel like if they just can make progression that they think is fun to do, if they go into be like, okay, what would I actually sit around and do for hours? I feel like if we can get that, the game will be fun. Because I have fun. The PvP, like I said, it's not the best, but it's fun. Like, I have fun with it. If they make more PvP related progression and fight some NPCs and not fetch quests, it would just be so much better in my personal opinion. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the game. I know you guys may not got the best opinions of the game because you guys haven't played it, but for what I may be showing, what do you want to tell y'all? Would you rather do fetch quests? Would you rather do bandits? Would you rather do PvP? What type of progression do you like in the game? Maybe that'll open their eyes up a bit. I don't really know. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section. Otherwise, that's about it. I'll be back 2 months later. Today's iBeMaine. I'm signing out. Peace.